Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Yes, it was. Hello and welcome.
The younger bits of Catherine Tate, they weren't meant to be funny. And I thought they were the best bits of the film, the younger bits of it.
Hold it in, Josh. Hold it in. Let me do my introduction first, my friend. Hello and welcome to Quick Shot Reviews. I am here with Josh.
Hello.
The man who chose this awful film. And someone who I've called many names under the sun. But even more so after choosing this one. We've just been to see the Nan. And if you want to hear our views on this film... She's gone round that island the wrong way. Sorry, we're stood outside the cinema and someone went round the island the wrong way. Anyway...
and she worked here.
And she worked here, yes. So, yes... If you want to hear my views on The Nan, along with Josh, it is a movie released in 2020 and...
2022.
2022, well, it feels like 2020 because it was more fun in 2020, I'll tell you that. So it was, I'm gonna call him out now, whoever this... Oh no, I'm going to call her out. It was actually directed by Catherine Tate herself.
It was.
Who played the Nan.
Actually, there is some. It's not actually directed by Catherine Tate. There was another bloke who's a producer that they said was the director as well. But
Not according to IMDb. Anyway,
No.
if you want to hear our thoughts, join me for the main part of the video. Okay, The Nan was released in 2022 and it is a really awful film.
It's not very good.
It's not good. It's 2 hours and 29 minutes long.
Was 2 hours, 29
Josh.
minutes.
It was just, it went on and on and on and
More
on.
like 4 hours, didn't it?
The most entertaining part was someone getting kicked out.
Yeah, someone got kicked out of the cinema because they were using their phone.
Oh my goodness. Right, okay, so I'm going to give you a little overview of this. It is supposed to be a comedy film, although I did not laugh once.
He is right, I didn't laugh at all.
Catherine Tate's iconic, Josh, iconic character, Nan, hits the big screen as she goes on a wild road trip from London to Ireland with her grandson Jamie, played by Matthew Horn,
Also known as Gavin from Gavin
and Stacey, to make amends with her estranged sister Nell, Catherine Parkinson, who was also in the IT crowd.
She was.
Yes, she was. I recognised her. Who else is in here that we might know? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Right, okay, so they're the three main characters. It is Warner Brothers film.
And with those three characters, it should have been a lot funnier than what it was.
Right, okay, so sex and nudity is mild. Violence and gore is none. No, we'll make that mild because there was some slight violence when the guy got the phone out, but that was nothing to do with the film. Profanity is severe.
There is a lot of swearing in it.
I'm trying to find things to fill up my review because basically I'm just going to sum it up with one word. Alcohol, drugs and smoking is moderate, and frightening intense scenes are aplenty. In fact, they go on for 2 hours and 29 minutes. Every single moment of this film frightened me for how bad it was.
I will say the flashbacks were pretty good. They weren't meant to be funny, and they told a little bit of a story. The flashbacks were...
It's a comedy movie.
Yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It was a shit film all round. It wasn't very good, but the flashbacks did tell a story, and it was It was coherent.
The tagline is a coming-of-age movie. Wow. Oh, wow, okay, we've reached that moment, have we?
Are we not allowed to say stuff like that?
No, it's on YouTube. It's a bit like Channel 4, you can't say fuck or bugger.
Bugger fuck.
Oh, wow. The movie was so incoherent, wasn't it?
You didn't know what it was, did it?
I will give it one thing. It was really nicely shot, especially the shots of the countryside and Ireland and things like that.
I'll give you that.
It was very nicely shot. It was very well put together. It's just a mess of a movie.
Yeah.
It went from one point to the next point, not knowing where it was going to go.
Yeah.
It was like going on a roller coaster
Where the track about the Australian rugby team,
with the track that ends at the wrong point and doesn't meet at the other
it's
side.
a bit like that second Scissor Sisters album, isn't it? It doesn't know what it is.
Second Scissor Sisters album.
The first one was alright.
You listened to the first one, did you? Do you feel like dancing now, Josh?
Not really.
Are you sure? You listen to Scissor Sisters? Oh my, right, sum up this film, Josh.
What, in one word?
In one word,
Wank.
sum up this film. It was, I don't really swear on YouTube or on podcasts, but this film was shite. It was bad. It was so rubbish. Put it this way. We have watched some really poor films.
We have watched some bad films.
Since we've had these cinema passes, we have watched some terrible, terrible films.
And that tops them.
I would rather watch Blackwater Abyss, followed by The Grudge, followed by Blackwater Abyss, followed by The Grudge, and then finished off with Black Christmas 2019.
Oh.
I would rather watch all of those films back to back on constant loop than watch this film again. It is bad. Not only that, people were actually laughing.
They were audibly as well. There were some people belly laughing all the way through.
I get the feeling that, this is our top tip from Quick Shot Reviews. If you're going to go and watch The Nan, get pissed first.
And I got pissed first and it didn't work. So...
yeah, there's nothing else I can say about this film. If you've enjoyed the review, or if you disagree with us and you thought The Nan was a great film, tell us in the comments section. It's a free world. This is what it is. And these are our views. If you want to go and see it, go and see it. Make up your own mind. No matter how bad we think it is, no matter how bad I think it is, no matter how bad Josh thinks it is, if you want to go and see this film, cannot say this enough, go and watch the film. Give the cinema industry your money, because it really does make a huge difference.
And hopefully next time it'll be a better review for a better film.
Eventually films will get back to where they are.
Well, we've got Morbius coming out, haven't we? So that's got to be good. Well, it's Marvel, so it probably won't be.
Eventually we'll get back to where we are, in a point where people can actually come up with their own ideas and cinema will be wonderful again.
It's just like every comedy film's just exactly the same, isn't it? They just try to get cheap laughs where they can, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, if you're a fan of The Nan in the Catherine Tate show, you probably will belly laugh at this, I've got to say. However, the reason it worked in the Catherine Tate show is because the whole show was half an hour long.
And she was in it for 5 minutes.
And she was one part of that show, not a full 2 hours and 29 bloody minutes.
Was it actually that long?
2 hours and 29 minutes, Josh.
Was it actually that long? I
Yes.
thought it was an hour and a half.
Yes, and we've nearly ranted for nearly 10 about how bad this film is.
I'm guessing we better wrap up then.
I've got no redeeming features apart from the cinematography.
The cinematography was decent.
Apart from the cinematography. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm hoping this will go out as a podcast as well. Maybe the next one, because we want people to actually listen to the podcast rather than turn it off straight away. But yeah, you are the Cheap Shot Nation. Again, let us know your thoughts on this film or any other films that I review along with Josh or on my own. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.